Hey everybody, Link here. Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. Last time we went on plenty of hunts, and we completed quite a bit of them. We completed the Wolf in the Waste, Damascus Desert Bloom, Waterway Haunting, and Marauder in the Mines, which honestly could have given us our first game over, but you know what? It didn't, because we are Chads. Looks like we got something new in the Sky Pirates Den. Bosch awarded for felling over 500 foes, earning you the title of Blood Dancer. Interesting. Actually, you know what? Actually, no. I'll hold off on this later. I forgot to go to Clan Centurio to go actually check in with Mont Blanc to see if there's anything new. So I'll have to make sure to do that at a later date. Maybe if there's a teleport crystal at one of these places. Actually, I know there is. And I get a teleport stone, then yeah, maybe I'll go and make a stop. But until then, Mont Blanc's gonna have to wait a little bit longer. But without further ado, let us get a good glimpse of that ball for your ass. No, I swear to God, it's not intentional at all. Let us commence forth.
So, where exactly is Wraithwall's tomb?
Far to the west. We must first cross the Yogir Yensa, and beyond that, the Nam Yensa, before we reach the tomb. An expanse of desert larger still than all of Dalmasca. We must pace ourselves. If you grow tired, we stop and take rest.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm tougher than I look.
You are at that.
Dude, that cutscene with Vaughn getting his hand into the Sandsea, that is so cool. And then we see all of that in the distance. We can actually kind of go and, I don't think everything, but like, that's what we have in front of us. And this place is not small, I'm telling you. And Bosch ain't joking. Like, this place literally is, with all the areas combined, this is literally bigger than all of Dalmasca itself. We have a long way to go. And there is still so much to explore. In fact, there's so much that I can't even, like... I'm not even going to explore everything in this video. I'm going to choose a set path and we're just going to go for it. Don't worry, I'll make sure to explore the rest of it in a future video. But for the time being, this is what we're sticking with. We're just going to go as we please, at our own pace. Nothing will stop us. Succulent fruit. Very succulent. And if you're curious about, I have been, if there's one place I could say that I have been alluding to, that is one of the best areas for grinding, for a certain point, which is levels, but for the most part, just loot in general. Ooh, we actually just got a Technic Infuse. You know what? Hold that thought. Where would it be? Would it be here? Yes. Infuse. Expend all MP, changing one ally's HP to 10 times that amount. That can be pretty useful. But, ow. One thing to know about this place. It is littered with traps. So if there's one person I do kind of recommend you have in your party at all times, it is either someone with Libra already on them, which is like Ash, or you just kind of hoof it. I mean, nothing too dangerous, but still just something to keep in mind. But, I have been alluding to a place that is so good for grinding, like it's not even funny. This is the place. A map of the Ogre Yensa Sandsea. Location for the map isn't complete. And if I may show you, look at that. Look at how much there is to explore. And the best thing about this is that over here is our destination. We have two different ways we can go. We can go straight up. We can just straight up go on the top end, or we're gonna go on. We can go on the easier bottom end. I'll be going through the bottom end, which means that we will be kind of skipping out on 2/3 of the entire place. But don't worry, there will be a time, because I mentioned grinding and all that stuff. We will come back and we will explore it. Earn number 2, though. What do you have? The Yensa Sandsea. We haven't been there yet, so I won't spoil the map for that place, but they give you maps right at the start. So yeah, this just goes to show that, oh, this game is huge. This is where the game really starts opening up. Like, the areas start becoming really massive. Like, this might be one of the biggest areas of the entire game. Like, holy crap. It's big. If there's one negative I could say about this entire place is the music's okay. It fits the area, don't get me wrong, it fits the area really well. A wizard staff? Does that mean I wasted my money? I wasted my money! Nah, it's okay. It happens. You know, sometimes you gotta waste money in order to appreciate money. It's the circle of life, you know. You know how it is. It's the little things in life you gotta learn to. You gotta learn to love, you know. Kill these little midgets. Midget. Anyway, oh, actually, there's one thing I can do before moving forward. Is I believe I gave Fran the Kira Mote, or the Kira ability. So actually, what we can have Fran do is we can also have Fran on on healing duty. We'll make you 50%. You can do Kira. Could have had her on healing duty before. I'll do the same as Ash, and I'll have you at 40. Anyway, here's Kira for you. Heals the entire party, and it did 200 HP for each. So in a sense, it could kind of be seen as wasting. What the heck did you do? Did you power up the enemy? I don't know. I don't know what these guys are doing. They're making a fool of themselves, that's for sure. But yeah, we have a huge area, fitting music for it, that's for sure. Even though it's not my favorite, it's far from my favorite track in the game. I don't think it's bad, don't get me wrong. Because as I said for the millionth time, it does its job. It makes you, it gives off the feeling of a vast area to explore. Sleep. It's bedtime already? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to get that far. I didn't mean to insult anyone who has a problem with nap time. Like, I know there are those people out there who'll be like, man, screw nap time. Nap time's my least favorite time of the day. But you know what? You grew up in elementary school, man. Vaughn, you grew to level 13. We don't need 2 people on healing duty. So in the case of Fran and Ash in the same party, this is where I'll turn this gambit off. So that way Fran can just kind of be back to where she was originally, to how she originally functioned. You see, that's why I like gambits so much. Gambits, they work wonders, man. They work wonders. I will say the areas we will explore today, I will make sure to explore them in their entirety. So I'll check every nook and cranny for stuff, so don't worry. No stone will be left untouched.
A construct to draw oil from the ground. Abandoned many years now, it seems.
Did Dalmaskans build this?
No, the Rosarians. Their empire lies far to the west, ever at war with Arcadia. Heedless of the kingdom's cult in their midst. Dalmasca, Nabradia. Landis.
'Tis the small craft's fate to watch the list of the galleons and pray for light winds.
Vossler, why are you here?
Imagine my surprise when upon my return to Beaugerbe, I find both you and the Lady Ash have vanished. I thought you above consorting with sky pirates.
Balthier is a man worthy of our trust, and it was the Lady Ash's decision. I am content to lend my arm, as I could not when Rassler died, when her throne was taken. Never again. I will defend her this time.
You walked the Knight's path. The Lady Ash?
We should leave this place.
Let me guess. Sandstorm?
Something far worse.
I see. So the Dawn Shard does lie in King Wraithwall's tomb. The Marquis sympathizes with your plight, yet the Empire perches as a carrion bird on his shoulder. He can keep whispers of your abduction silent for only so long.
Yes. Tell me, Vossler, what have you accomplished?
We leave at once. This is Urutan Yensa territory, and they are unfond of visitors. Looks like we've attracted the wrong sort of attention. Let's quit this place while we still can. Move!
Vossler! Have you found the means to restore Dalmasca?
First, we must claim the Dawn Shard. It all begins with that.
Vossler joins the party as a guest, and I can say safely that, oh my god, that cutscene was so cool with the little fellers on their little animals. Like, holy crap, that cutscene blew me away the first time. Just moved so smoothly, man. If there's one thing Final Fantasy has always been known for, it's their CG cutscenes. Because holy crap, they are like some of the most top quality stuff you'll ever see. Even in the PlayStation era, even like on games like, I mean, Final Fantasy VII, I'll be frank, is rough around the edges. But when it looks good, it can look good. Like, for the time, Final Fantasy VII, I say, out of all the CG cutscenes in the PlayStation era, PS1 era, I'd say Final Fantasy VII's are the ones that have aged the worst, in my opinion. They're not the worst thing to look at, but they're not exactly, oh my god, this thing is so pretty. But, like, you know what I mean? An ancient sword. Oh, dude. Well, it's a good thing I didn't buy a weapon for Vaughn. There we go. Vaughn is now caught up with everybody. He now hurts the most out of everyone. Nice. We might even get, like, some of Bosch's weapons. Man, everything is, like, working out. Like, at least that's one weapon I don't have to worry about grabbing. Thank goodness I grabbed that. So, yeah. That cutscene was cool. CG team at Square. They knew what they were doing. Where was I? Yeah, Final Fantasy VII. Actually, no, hold that thought, hold that. These guys, the Urutan Yensas, are the key to grinding in this game. These guys drop some pretty good loot, and they always come in large groups, so your chain is constantly being increasing. In fact, actually, for like the rest of the area, or the entirety of this area is basically composed of them. Vossler is also 2 levels higher. Just thought I'd let you know. And even when we're killing these guys, they're still doing, like, we still get nearly 100 experience per kill. Imagine if Vossler wasn't with us. Killing like 20 of these, that would be 2,000 experience right there. So, moral of the story, it's a lot. These guys are very good for grinding. These are the sole thing for grinding in this game. There are multiple classes of them. There are like mages amongst the group. We have an archer here. There's sword wielders. In fact, I think actually some of them have like a katanas and all that stuff. But yeah. Anyway, back to Final Fantasy VII not aging well in the CG type thing. I don't think it's aged too well. I mean, sure, in 1997 I think it came out. Yeah, it was 1997. Sure, in 1997 they may have looked amazing, but like nowadays they kind of, I won't say they suck, but they're kind of slacking. But it was like really like with Final Fantasy VIII, that's when they really showed their stuff. Like, I mean, I may not like 8, okay? I'll be frank. I love Final Fantasy and everything it does. I haven't played all the games. I plan on getting to them eventually. But 8's CG, like, even though I don't like 8, I'll be frank, 8 is probably one of my least favorites of the games. I don't think it's horrible, but it's definitely the one I like, one of the ones I like the least. In fact, I think I might put it as my second least favorite, or third least favorite actually, behind Final Fantasy 3 and 2. But that's besides the point. Even though I don't like 8 too much, it's got good music, but the CG cutscenes in that game, I think they hold up. Again, like you can tell, it's like the CG cutscene. Same thing with 9, which, man, 9 is glorious, man. 9 is like, so beautiful. 9 is my second favorite Final Fantasy. I might have actually done this 9 before this game, but I just barely decided not to. I want to do my favorite game first. I don't know, maybe we'll do 9 in the future. That's another one I would not mind Let's Playing. I have a lot of stories to talk about with that one. That'll be a fun one. Oh well. Maybe in the future. But 8 and 9, those are when the CG cutscenes really start getting good, and 10 and onward, they really start upping their game. And I think for the PS2 era, I'd say 12 has the best ones. Visually. No doubt. 10's got some good ones too. But I really like 10 too. Not Final Fantasy 10 too. I mean 10 TOO. Like, oh, I like it too. That's my third favorite Final Fantasy. I'm just talking about all things Final Fantasy. You know what? I don't mind that. I don't mind that I'm taking the focus away from 12, because honestly we're just kind of killing the same enemies again and again in the same areas, and I don't mind that, but like normal, I mean, there's not too much to talk about. I do have a topic. And this is going to be probably the most controversial topic ever. And it is a topic I've been waiting to have everybody for. And I was waiting for the perfect era to discuss this, so I think I'm going to start off. The characters in this game. I like them a lot. But it is a common exception. A golden amulet. It's a common exception that a golden amulet. No, Vaughn, you'll be the guinea pig. What is it? You can actually wear this. Doubles license points earned. Could be good for grinding, but other than that, not doing it for me. What was I gonna say? The characters. People say Final Fantasy XII's world is commonly accepted on the internet that Final Fantasy XII's world is amazing, the visuals are great, but the story is lacking, and the characters kind of blow. And to an extent, maybe more so, not the characters. I love these guys to death. But the story, I love 12's story, don't get me wrong. It's my favorite Final Fantasy story, but I think what I'm trying to say is I can kind of see where they're coming from. There's like so much, and even though it may not be apparent right now, still, we're still in a part where the story's just coming at us from right back to back to back. But there will be a time where I'll probably bring this up again. But people say Evilis's story is lacking in certain aspects. Or 12's story is lacking in certain aspects. And people point to one specific event that affects this. The original director for 12 left partway through the project. I believe like halfway through it, or maybe close to 60%. I'm not sure. I'm going off muscle memory here, so I will not be naming any names, but they left a good portion of the way through. Which is why parts of the story feel undercooked to people. And originally, in the grand scheme of things, it was said that he wanted the original director, before it was switched over to someone else, they wanted Bosch to be the main character. But then they decided, once they switched directors, they decided, people will want to see Bosch sleep. No, people want to see a younger protagonist. We don't want to see an older man. So they switched it over to Vaughn. That's kind of how Vaughn was. Well, maybe Vaughn was still going to be in the game, but he was definitely put more towards the central focus. And I don't have a problem with that, but many people do. Let me discuss the characters. People think Balthier is great. People think Fran is great. People think Bosch is good. People think Ash is, some people think Ash is alright. But there are people out there, the characters that people despise the most in this entire game are Vaughn and Penelo. People say that Vaughn and Penelo... Oh god, my voice. People say that Vaughn and Penelo serve no purpose in the story. They are just there for either comedy relief, or they're just there for the sake of it, because they need more people. And like I said, although I love Vaughn and Penelo to death, they're some of my favorite video game characters ever, I'm not going to deny that I admit that they could do a little bit more with them. More so Penelo than anyone. Vaughn, he has his moments, I'll be frank. But Penelo, she kind of has a purpose, but she's really the only one where I can really kind of say, okay, yeah, she's kind of like background noise. I'm kidding, but like, killer, but oh my gosh, they're giving me all the weapons. Oh my god. Talk about characters and you shall receive. Again, these are not my opinions I've been expressing in this video so far. These are the people of the internet. Like, if you look on forum boards and say, like, some people will defend Vaughn and Penelo. I've seen it. In fact, I will defend them. But I'm not blind to the criticisms, and I can at least say, okay, I can kind of see where you're coming from. I get why people may not like them. And you know what? That's understandable. These are opinions on the internet. People are free to choose who they like and they hate. That is totally fine. I'm not trying to change anyone's opinions on these characters. In fact, if you have your own opinions on these characters, let me know. And the story too. What do you think of it? Because I'm totally open to discussion. I'm totally open to conversate about them. And I've seen people online defend Vaughn and Penelo so much. They are like probably some of the most hated Final Fantasy characters. Like, they say, oh, I like their design, but I don't like them as like characters in the story. And I'm like, you know what? It's your opinion. You believe what you want. I may not agree with it, but I'm not gonna be like, wrong, man. Vaughn is like the best man in the world, even though he's my favorite character. But like, yeah, you get what I mean. I'm not gonna hate you if you say, oh, I hate Vaughn. He's stupid. I hate his shirt. All that stuff. But like, I mean, some people will be heinous towards you if you share opinions like that. So I think I mainly wanted to talk about this because to share my thoughts on everything. But another thing was to let you guys know, don't worry about that. I know Final Fantasy XII is a very divisive game amongst the community. I think it's gotten a lot better reception as time has gone on, especially with the Zodiac age. But like, it is, upon its release, it was definitely one of the most criticized Final Fantasies we had gotten ever to that point. Because it was this was like a new gameplay style. I mean, like, 11 was an MMO, but you know what? That was more of like, people consider that to be more of a spin-off than anything. So people were not too overly harsh all over it. I think before I start cycling through characters again, I think I'm just gonna focus on getting everyone to level 14. Like, I think Fran leveled up. I don't know. Did she? Or is she on her way? Oh, she totally did. She totally leveled up. Well, she's kind of close to the next level up anyway, so I might as well let her have it, but... yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on everything. Don't worry, I will make sure you don't get flamed if you say some unpopular opinion, because like I said before, this is one of the more divisive games of the series, because this is when Final Fantasy decided to start kind of turning away from more conventional means. Like, even though, like, the games had, like, different battle systems, to an extent, they all kind of had, like, the same base, but here, things were kind of different. Like, this was, like, a totally new gameplay style, not, like, with anything, like, the remnants were still kind of there at heart, if you really thought about it, but there was a lot of stuff that kind of people rubbed the wrong way, but have been, kind of more addressed in the Zodiac Age, so I'm glad to see this game get a lot more positive reception than what it did previously, because honestly, this game is great. This is a great game. And for a lot of people, they say that this was the last really good one that came out, because then 13 happened. I can't really speak on 13, because I've never played it. Maybe one of these days I'll play it. But, that's widely regarded to be one of the worst Final Fantasies. 13. So, yeah. How much ground did we tread? We're getting there. We're getting there. This is like the second to last room of the area. Who would have thought that the Ogre Yensa Sandsea is making me go on a tangent? I don't know. It's giving me something to talk about, so I'm not complaining at all. I don't mind. I don't mind talking. This was a very good conversation piece I wanted to bring up. Ash has been silenced. She can't use Cura until we get rid of that. What gets rid of silence? Blind, poison, silence. I'm trying to look for the echo herbs. There we go. There we go. There's a thing. I'm getting kind of overwhelmed a little bit. I mean, thank God we have Vossler on our side. Without him, I don't know what we would have done. Also, I forgot to point out last time, we are now a total of, almost 11 hours into this game. Dang. It's kind of moved by really quickly. And this is what, episode 20? Whew. We're making good strides. And we're not even a third of the way through the game yet. We're getting there. Don't get me wrong, we're getting there, but, we're almost to the 1/3 mark of the story. But, because this game is about... yeah, I won't give out the exact length, but it's not, like, overly long, but, like... you'll still get your money's worth. And there's still so much to do in terms of side content. So even though this series... I think I mentioned before, this is going to be the longest series in the history of the channel. Just getting it out there. Fran, I'm going to set you back to... I'm going to turn your Cura back on. Whew. But yeah, this is going to be the longest series of the channel. If you're curious why I keep on pressing the flee button, it's because I'm freaking pushing the ZR button on my leg. So that's kind of causing some bad stuff to happen. But hey, we're getting the chain built up though. We just keep on killing these guys back to back to back. I think we broke the chain. Yeah, we did. Because I kind of sidetracked a little bit. So if you're kind of going... if you want to build up a chain, I'd say maybe ignore the little side paths. But, I mean, there's no harm in going the side paths. I mean, you saw what I got. I literally got a weapon for Fran's best weapon at this point. And also Vaughn's best weapon at this point. So I literally saved like thousands of gil just because I went this way. Potion. Maybe we could get Bosch's weapon? I don't know. File of eye drops. Did I get any... did I get anything worth getting? No, I didn't. What else? Equipment. We get anything? The balaclava. Fran could wear that if she wanted to. Yeah, let's give it to Fran. Magic resist plus magic resist 12. There we go. There we go. That's nice. And do I get anything else? No, I don't have anything else. Okay, I was just checking. Just want to check a little bit. Make sure, did I ever get any more? Sorry, I keep on opening the menu. I'm just trying to check. No, I never did get any more teleport stones. Guess we really aren't going to see Mont Blanc. I'm not going up there. Although, that technically leads out, so I could go that way, but I'm not going to do that for reasons you'll see in the future. Future reasons. It makes sense. But you can see how good of the grinding this place is, even if we're not... Even if grinding is not our main focus, you can see the fruits of our labor. We're getting some good loot, we're getting levels. Like, everyone has gained a level so far in this area. That's a fact. So, you can't be in denial saying, like, this area is not good for grinding. Because, I mean, we're literally seeing the proof right before your very eyes. And this could be bad. If you're curious about what the clock thing is, Bosch, you are in the clear now. I was hoping they would stop targeting you, but oh well. I want to switch you out. What am I trying to say? Shoot. I forgot. If you're curious about the clock icons on them, that's haste. That is the haste status. Let's get Balthier up in this joint. Balthier. It's Balthier. It's nice to get, like, Bosch and Ash up to 15 at least. That's good. I'll probably get everyone up to the same level at least, so that way I can really start cycling. So it might be in my best interest to kind of have Vaughn take the lead for a moment. Maybe have everyone in the same group. Maybe just stick with these three for a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I won't do it yet, but I'll do it off screen or something like that. I don't know. I might be doing off-screen grinding from here on out, maybe. Maybe not a whole lot, but still, I'll be doing it. You are Danbanias. I believe these are the little fish things that the little goblins, I forgot their name for a second, my bad, little goblins were riding in the cutscene. The one thing that can be said is that we're getting some good loot. Getting some good loot. I'm kind of being redundant, but you know what? I deserve an excuse. We don't have much left of this area. We're literally one room away from being done with it. I think I haven't mentioned this about the map, but whenever there's a blue arrow on the screen, whenever it moves to like the next room, that means you're about to enter a new area. Oh yeah, another thing to mention about this place, because it's so huge, it actually leads off into other areas. Like over there, there's like 2 entrances to, I believe, the same area, but don't go through those entrances if you know what's good for you, because that's like a late game area. Maybe we'll check it out in the future, but for now, no. So, yeah. We made it all the way over here. Buddy, dice. Oh, unusual to see people out here. We're not trying to catch us some sandfish, but they're not biting. They're not trying or they're trying? I don't know. Why have you come into such a place? You seem to be adventurers. Yes, surely you did not come to hunt treasure in the Valley of the Dead. The Valley of the Dead? Treasure hunter or no, you'd best avoid that place, lest you care to tangle with an avian most fell. Speaking of which, you have all the equipment you need. The Ensign Sandsea is a vast place. If you need something, might be I can help you. You don't have anything really worth getting. Being real with you. Although I could get some free money off of you. I most definitely could. I think I actually will. That's succulent fruit. Free 2,541 gil. The good stuff. The good stuff. We got some new bazaar goods. Ooh. What is it? Wooden pool, potions, handkerchiefs, and gold needles. I think that might have been what it was. The tinctures and tonics. I think that was it. Well, look at us. We started from all the way over here to the west, from the start of the Western Sand all the way to the end of the Ogre Yensa Sandsea, over to the Yensa border tunnel. And I think that it is a good stopping place. Actually, hold on. Let's take a look at some licenses. Let's see what we can get. Battle Lord for Vaughn. Yes, please. White World. That could be decent, actually. But, you know, I'm so close to White World. I'm going to save. Balthier. You're not going to be reaching those for a while, so we can get some extra HP, sure. Franny Poo. Franny Granny. Which one is least expensive? Over here. You can get some accessories 11, sure. Why not? Bosch, you can not afford Ruin and Pendant. My bad. I'm sorry. And, I want to go to Ash. Ash, you can get yourself charged. Why not? And then you can get accessories 5, so you can wear some stuff. And you can't get anything else. Okay, and Pinello, I think I might start making you go towards your quickenings as well. Close to a second one. Actually, oh wait, she has more opportunities to go there. It's more expensive, but I think I'm just gonna kind of keep going down this road, since down here it's mostly just gambit slots, accessories. I mean, there's some decent stuff here, don't get me wrong, but there's actually a lot of magic lore. Actually, it might be good to actually go there. And remedy lore. Never mind, actually, this might be good. Accessories 3, sure. Ether lore 1. And you can have accessory 6 as a bonus. And that's about it. That is about it. So, we have come quite a distance. We have gotten more equipment. We've saved ourselves some cash money. We're doing good. We even gained some cash money. We leveled up a little bit. Got some better equipment for like Vaughn and Fran more specifically, because we got some new weapons for them. And I think that's going to do it. So, next time on Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age, we're going to head to the Nam Yensa Sandsea next, which is our next destination, and hopefully make it all the way to Wraithwall's tomb. See you guys then.